Testing. Okay, so sorry about the change of streaming time for today. Okay, but we are back and we are live. Okay, and I've managed to dig out an old webcam. Okay, so that now we can finally have some camera action here on the live stream. Okay, so apparently this webcam only works with Windows. So if I use it or if I connect it to my Mac, it does not work. Okay, but welcome back to the White Sponge live stream. Okay, my name is David and I'm your host for today. So what we're going to do for today is to start adding the new menu item for the multiplayer interface. Okay, so yesterday we sort of sketched some ideas out. Okay, so when the game first starts, okay, I will have to change the title for the stream as well. Okay, so this is the first menu that you see when the game starts. Okay, so we'll add a new menu here for the multiplayer. So instead of 2, there'll be 3 menu items here. Okay. Let me just change the title of this stream. Okay, so to do that, hey, welcome back, Rocco. Okay, it's been a while, so how have you been? Okay, so we are going to start designing or adding the interface for the multiplayer. So to do that, we have to first create the 3 menu items, or maybe add to the existing 2. Okay. Okay, do let me know if the mic is too loud or the background music is too loud. Okay, so let's go to the okay, let's go to the game manager script. Okay, so over here, okay, where you can press up or down. Okay, so we have to change the start menu item by adding a new menu item here. Okay, so okay, we'll call this start versus. Okay, and join ready, we'll change it to 2. Okay. So even though we haven't created the image or the sprite for the multiplayer yet, okay, we can use the existing start game as a placeholder image. Okay, so let's see, current menu item. Okay, let's go back to Unity here. Okay, menu underscore start game. So we will reuse this game object here. Okay, let's move it up here. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, let's call this, okay, start multiplayer. Okay, we'll change the image later on when we create the image for this later. Okay, but for now we'll add it as a new menu item first. Okay, so over here in the startup manager, okay, in the objects to show array, we'll increase it by 1 and we'll link it up with the new game object that we have just created. Okay, so this is for the positioning of the objects to show items. Okay, so if we just start the game right now, okay, we should have okay, 0. Yep. Okay, so we have another menu item here. So I'm just going to drag this down over here. So minus 3.23. Okay, so let's go back to the startup manager. Okay, so for this we'll change to minus 3.23. Okay, and for this we'll change to minus 2.74. Okay, so now when we start the game, okay, so now we should be able to see 3 menu items instead of 2. Okay, so now it's 2. Make sure that the up and down arrow keys will work with the new menu item. So over here, inside this area, okay, so we need to add a new block for the multiplayer. So if start menu item is equals to start menu item dot start versus okay, we'll add a to do here. Okay, show or rather check for username and check if okay, username is already on server. Okay, if not, show create new username screen. Okay, so next we have to we have to check to make sure that when you press up or down, it goes through the 3 items. Okay, start menu item. Okay, so over here, this is when we go past the first item. Okay, the highlight box is this. Okay. Oh, okay. So this means that we need to reorder the items here. Okay, so start multiplayer, we will put it here. Join Reddit here and highlight here. Okay, so we'll change the values accordingly. Yeah, okay, that should do it. Oops. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have a bug here. So the bug is now we have to change this to 6. Yeah. Okay, so this should work now. Yeah. Okay, so now when we press up and down, okay, if we go through the list of menu items here, so pressing up goes back to the bottom item and pressing down goes back to the first item. Okay. Okay, so when the game starts, okay, let me start the game again. Okay, we can press start game. Okay, to start the single player modes. Oh, okay, and we also have a bug where we have to remove the highlight menu item. Okay, so let's go back to Visual Studio here. Okay, so let's go to the startup manager here. So this should be the menu Reddit, and this should be menu versus. Okay, and this is control alternate, control shift. Yeah. So I'm still trying to get used to the keyboard shortcuts in Windows because I'm mostly a Mac user. Okay, menu, highlight, goes to game object, objects to show 6. Okay, so let me copy this line. Okay, so now when we start the game, okay, and when we select start game, okay, the menu highlight should disappear now. Okay, so if we press enter now, okay, notice that the menu highlight is gone. So we have fixed that bug. Okay, so there's another bug here which is not that critical, but we still have to fix it. So it's when you start a new stage, okay, when you press enter to start a new stage, okay, notice that on the bottom right corner there's a notification that appears, which tells you which tells you the name of the world that we are in right now. Okay, so when that appears, but if you press escape and quit to menu immediately, the notification is still there. Okay, so we have to remove it. So it's a small bug, but let's fix it now. Hey, welcome guys. Welcome to the White Sponge live stream. Oh. Okay, so let's fix that bug. So, are you guys having a great day? Okay, so that notification was the okay, it's here. So this is what appears for the notification. So we have to hide it when we go back to the character selection menu. Hey, welcome as well, Scamper. How's your day coming along? Okay, by the way, if you can see me on the camera, and okay, towards the right of the camera is actually the mic. So that's why my head is leaning slightly towards my left, but from your angle it might be towards your right. Oh. Hey, glad to hear that, man. So I'm actually projecting my voice towards the mic. So if you find that the mic is too loud, do let me know. Okay, so word notifications. Okay, so over here in the HUD manager, oh, hey, sure thing, man. Okay, I'll just show you builds, the latest build that you can download. Okay, let me just find the file. Give me a second here. Okay, never mind. Let me search from here. Okay, builds. Okay, Windows. Okay, so I've paused the background music. Okay, because we're going to start a quick demo of the game, which of course will have background music of its own. Okay, so this is the current latest version of the Stellar Stars Alpha. So when you start the game, this is what you first see. Okay, so you can start the game of course by choosing start game, and the story animation will play. Okay, I'll just let the intro animation run on its own. Okay, and of course you can skip this animation, this intro animation anytime you want by pressing escape. Yeah, it is indeed rather, I estimated around 3 minutes long. So if you want to skip it, you can press escape. So if you press any key besides escape, okay, you see something above to tell you that you can escape the game, or the intro, sorry. Okay, but after the intro finishes, okay, you notice that the two black bars move up and down to sort of reveal the stage. Okay, and the hands-on tutorial will start. Okay, if this is your first time playing the game. So the hands-on tutorial is actually a really quick, simple guide that asks you to do something, and after doing that, okay, you move on to the next step. So it's a rather simple, I wouldn't even call it a tutorial, but just a simple guide. So the stages in Stellar Stars are always randomly generated. So this is to create a new experience when you play or reach a new stage. So currently, even though I'm playing as this character, which is who is Beat, that's his name. Okay, but there are 3 other characters. But of course, you will have to unlock them, because I love to make you work for your characters. No. Okay, it's actually on another platform, so you have to go on to another platform to collect it, but I just skip it because I'm lazy in that manner. So in Stellar Stars, you can either use your basic attack, okay, which is this, which you can spam non-stop, or you can use spells. Okay, so when you collect stars, you might get a new spell which requires mana to use, and it has a small casting delay after you have used it. So if you run out of mana, okay, you will not be able to use it, okay, until your mana regens. But okay, when you defeat enemies, sometimes they will drop mana orbs for you to replenish your mana. So sometimes you don't have to worry about mana, as long as you don't spend it without consideration. Okay, so from defeating enemies, you can level up. So this is where things get interesting. So when you level up, you can choose how you want to improve your character. So this is where it is special about Stellar Stars, because in traditional RPGs or roguelites, usually when you level up, you can increase stats such as maybe dexterity, intelligence, strength, or constitution. Okay, but in Stellar Stars, okay, we do not focus on that. Okay, instead we focus on maybe you can increase your running speed, or your jumping ability, or things like shortcut, which is okay, getting rid of that casting delay if you use spells, or getting better loot drop, or something like Joker's defense. So it gives you a chance of reflecting enemies when they come into contact with you. So these are just 3 of the many interesting ways that you can improve your character on. Okay, I'll use shortcut. it doesn't always activate. Okay, because if it always activates, it's kind of overpowered. Okay, no worries, man. Okay, so actually there's something else that I want to show you as well. Okay, so after defeating after you have cleared a few stages in each world, okay, that's when you will come across the boss of the world. So this is the first boss of the underground caverns. So in order to advance to the next world, okay, you will have to defeat this boss. Okay. So the bosses have the ability to spawn minions, and they usually come with multiple attack patterns. Hey, what's up, Temayate? So that was the death animation. So usually when you die, there will be a random message that appears. So some of the messages are kind of random and have no relation to the game at all. Okay, I just added them in for fun. Okay, I promise that it's not because I am sadistic or anything like that. Okay. So I mentioned the other 3 characters. So these are the other 3 characters that you can play Stellar Stars as. But you will have to unlock them by either defeating the boss that you saw just now or collecting stars. So this requires you to play the game more in order to get more characters. And each character has a unique characteristic. So depending on the character that you're playing and depending on how you level them out, okay, there will be quite a huge number of different combinations you can play the game, or different ways you can play the game. Okay, so that is a quick demo of Stellar Stars. Okay, let me quit from here. Shift delete. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm fixing a small bug in the game, which involves the displaying of the name of the current world. Okay, so usually when you start the game, okay, and when you reach the very first stage of a new world, okay, we'll wait for the game to start in Unity. Hey, what's up? Need more sleep? Are you getting enough sleep? Okay. So usually when you start a new stage in a new world, okay, so this is the first stage. Notice that on the bottom right corner, the name of the world is displayed. Hey, do get more rest if you can. Need more sleep. I'm assuming that's why you chose that username. Okay. So the bug is okay, when the name of the world is displayed. Okay, and if we pause the game by pressing escape and we quit to the character selection menu immediately, okay, the name is still around, so we have to hide that immediately. So this is just a small visual bug, okay, but let's fix it. Okay, so over here in Visual Studio, so this is what shows the name of the world. So we have to hide this. Okay. So the HUD manager manages the displaying of the world. So this is what, okay, this is the name of say one of the worlds or the first world. Okay, so if we quit and go back to the character selection menu, okay, we have to hide this or we have to destroy this. So to do that, okay, I'm going to sort of have a link to this so that we can destroy it anytime we want. Hey, what's up, Ragashan? Is that how you pronounce your username? Okay, notify world. Okay, so instead of creating the game object here, okay, we'll create it all the way above or all the way on the top so that other managers can access it. Okay, here. Whoa. Okay, so public game object notify world. Hey, by the way, that's a rather cool name. It sounds like the name of a dragon. Okay, by any chance, are you a fan of dragons? Okay, so now that we have set that as public, okay, let me go to the another script, which is the scene manager script. Okay, where I have a method to clear everything on the screen. Okay, for changing to another screen. So clear everything on screen here. So in this method, okay, we can remove that notification. Okay, so in height HUD, okay, so let's go back to the HUD manager. Okay, in height HUD over here, if notify world is not destroyed yet, okay, we will destroy it immediately. Oh. Okay, if that's the case, then I guess the random name generator is kind of it generated a good name. Okay, game object dot destroy notify world destroy the world name notification. Yeah. Okay, rogue-lite is actually I could say that it's a rather popular name. Okay, especially in terms of lore related to, say, Warcraft. Or maybe we should say World of Warcraft. Okay, if it is still around. Okay, so oh wait, let me maximize this. Yeah. Okay, I guess it's a good name and that's why it got popular. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so now when this appears and when we quit, okay, notice how the notification disappears immediately. Okay, so when we quit, okay, the notification now disappears immediately. Okay, so that's what we want. Okay. So this means that we have fixed that bug. So no more displaying of the world name when we are looking at this character selection screen. Maybe you were a powerful warlock that everyone knew of your character. So maybe that was the case. Yeah, but I do remember the days of playing World of Warcraft. Okay, if I recall, I tried playing an orc. I also tried playing a night elf. Yeah, but I haven't tried playing undead yet. Okay, but we'll see. Yeah, it's been a while since I have last played any MMORPGs. Okay, I still remember one of the MMORPGs that I have spent a lot of time in the past was Lineage 2. Hey, that sounds like a cult to me. Hey, what's up? Clone? Clone? Is that how you pronounce your name? Okay. Start menu item. Okay, so we are going to start preparing to set up the interface for the multiplayer username. Clan. Oh shit, I really suck with pronouncing unique names. Okay, maybe if no one knows about it, then that might make it part of a mystery. Oh, hey, welcome to TwitchTV then. Yeah, Unity is kind of getting more popular, I guess. So I don't think that you have any trouble finding developers using Unity. Okay, but if you want to ask anything about Unity, I'll try to answer your questions to the best of my abilities. Okay, I do make mostly 2D, but I am indeed planning on trying 3D for my next game, but currently I'm creating a 2D game. So yeah, currently I'm creating mostly 2D games. Okay, and for the past few updates for Unity, it has been adding more features and more support for 2D. So in a sense, that might be good to use Unity for 2D games. Okay, actually we can okay, so I'm planning to use photon, but because it seems that using photon is better, I guess, at least from my perspective. Okay, I do know that you can't really customize the logic on the servers, but yeah, that means you have to have the logic on the client side, or most of the logic. But I do read that Photon is trying to allow for more custom multiplayer logic on the server side. Okay, so check if already played multiplayer before. That is already created username. Okay, so this is step 1. Okay, step 2, check if username is already on server. If not, create new username. Okay. Okay, so we'll start with the first step here. Okay, by the way, I'm reading the TwitchTV chat using my MacBook on the side, so that's why sometimes I will turn to look over to the right or to my right, which for you I guess will be to your left. Okay, but here we can check the save game file if you have already created a username. So we have to do this username verification in 2 steps. Okay, so first thing first. Oops. Okay, start menu item. Okay, so if oops. Okay, so if you see that sometimes I might press the wrong key on the keyboard because I am mostly a Mac user, so I'm still trying to get used to Windows here. Okay, check if flag exists. User name created. Oh, okay, or maybe we can check, or we can try to retrieve the exact value in the save game file. Okay, so for that, let me go to the startup manager. Okay, where we also check if you have set some options in the game, such as turning on or off the background music or the screen shake. So I'm just going to reuse some code here. Okay, so object if username. Okay, so if object username not equals to null, so that means something was retrieved. Okay, so since we are in the game manager script, we do not need the front part. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so if if already created a user name in save game file. Okay, so this is when we will retrieve the value stored here. So the save game file is actually a file that holds multiple serialized data, such as whether you have unlocked characters or how many stars you have collected. So object also user name saved. Okay, so using this username, okay, we will then go to step 2, which is to send a request to the web server, okay, to determine if this username is on the server or not. Okay, so the reason why we need username for you is because we are going to add a sort of a league, multiplayer league system in the near future. So you can see how you rank against other players depending on how many stars or how many points you have collected, which depends on how many wins or how many loss you have against other players. Okay, so if over here, so this is when if have not created a username yet, okay, then we will show the create username interface. Okay, step 1B. Okay, show create new username interface, okay, which actually looks like, okay, so I've created some sketches here, so it actually looks like something like this. So this is just a simple sketch, okay, where you can enter a username, okay, and it will appear right smack in the center of the screen. Okay, so it will be something like the level up screen where you can choose how you want to level up your character. Okay, maybe we can use okay, maybe we can have a hybrid version of that. Okay. So maybe we can have something similar to when okay, something similar to the character selection screen. Okay, so by the way, there are two start game items here, but okay, one of them is just a placeholder image, okay, for the multiplayer mode, which I will also put a small animation to the side to indicate that it is coming soon. Okay, so when you get to the character selection screen, which is now, so notice that there are two black bars on the top and bottom of the screen. So we'll use this same experience, so that, or rather we'll use this same interface to create a consistent experience. Okay, and we'll have everything in the center, or rather everything else in the center. So instead of looking at the 4 characters here, okay, we'll maybe have one of the characters to the side and just the text in the center where the character starts standing now. Yeah, so as you type, the characters will appear in the center, and if you press enter, then we'll check with the server whether the username is available or not available. Okay, and the bottom is where the legend is, where it will tell you to press enter or back. Okay, back to go back to the starting menu. So this means that you need to add some ways for you to go back to the starting menu from the multiplayer mode. Okay, but before that, there's something else that I need to do first, and that is to okay, let's start the game again. Okay, so we need to have another sort of animation here to the right of the center item to show that the multiplayer versus mode is coming soon. So something like a small notification. And we also need to change this from start game to story and this to versus. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just going to use a placeholder image for that animation. So to do that, okay, I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, and I'm going to rename it to menu underscore coming soon. Okay, let's move it up here, and I will also link it to the startup manager, which will show the menu items on the start menu. Okay, so here we'll increase the size of the array so that we can add the coming soon animation here. Okay, for y we'll set it as minus 2.74, which is the same as the second item. Okay, so now when we start the game again, oops, okay, I need to turn off maximize on play, okay, to make sure that we can change or move around things while the game is running. So, okay, by selecting the menu underscore coming soon game object, okay, I can move this to the right over here. Okay, so let's set it as 2.47. So over here, okay, we'll set this as 2.47. So now when we maximize and start the game, yeah. Okay, Okay, notice that now there's another menu item to the right. Okay, so we need to animate this menu item. So let's do that now. Okay. Okay, so to animate it, we can either use C# to do so, or we can use the animator. Okay, but I'm just going to use a simple C# script to do so, to sort of move it left and right constantly. Yeah. Or actually we can add a rigid body 2D. Okay, and we can reuse an existing script which will allow us to move it constantly left and right. Okay, by scheduling different methods. So maybe at 1 second we will push it to the left, and maybe at 3 seconds we'll push it back towards the right. Okay, so if I recall, the name of the script is scheduled moving object. Okay, so -3 or oops. Okay, maybe -3. Okay, so what this does is that it will use this script that I have written maybe in the past few weeks. Okay, and it will push it from the left to the right and to the right to the left and back and forth. But of course, we still have to play around with the values here to make it work. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay, it's not moving. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's find out why that's happening. Okay, let's take a look at the script in Visual Studio, which is here. Okay, move object back. Before move. Okay, so that is 0. So it will cause it to move to the left or right. Okay, and we'll stop it and we'll move it back. So this means that move, stop, and move back in that order. Okay, move, stop, and move back. Okay, yeah. So delay before move we have 0. Move back we have 2 and stop we have 1. Okay, let's give this a test and see what we'll get. Whoa. Okay, so it works now, but we'll definitely need to decrease the delay. So delay before stop we'll set at 0.5 and this at maybe 0.75. Okay, let's try that again. So we want it to move in this manner, but maybe not this fast, but maybe something like this. Hey, what's up, Wata? Welcome to the White Sponge live stream. How's your day coming along? Okay, -3. So you go to the right. Move back 0.75, move 0. So it should move immediately. Stop. Object 0.5. Okay. Okay, maybe for this we'll put at 0.25 and here at 0.5. Okay, so let's try with smaller values. Hey, welcome to the White Sponge live stream, Easy TV. Are you having a great day? Okay, so it's still flying to the right. That's interesting. And it's not coming back. Okay, that's rather cute. Okay, so let's take a look at the script again. So delay before move back, we set it as 0.5. So here, so we have to stop the object first before we move it back. Okay, and we have to move the object immediately. So delay before move. Okay. Direction to move is -3, 0. Okay, I'm wondering why it's not pushing the. Okay, let's try 3. Okay, because if we are using -3, it should push the object towards left and not right. So something weird is going on. Yeah. Okay, I think I know why. Okay, so it's not only is not pushing, or rather pushing in the opposite direction, it's pushing in the same direction. Okay, direction to move. Okay, so it's constantly pushing it in the same direction. Wait, then move object. If do not move back, okay, so make sure that this checkbox is not checked. Okay, so direction to move. Okay, do let me know if the mic is too soft or too loud from here. Oh, okay, I think I know. Okay, why it's not behaving. Okay, why the object is not moving according to what we want. Okay, and that's because okay, we only schedule the moving left or right once, so it will only go in one direction, or rather it will seem like it's going in one direction, but it actually went in one direction and back towards the other direction immediately, and it carry on from there. Okay, so this means that we have to modify this script to allow for constantly moving back and forth. So I'm going to add a new boolean here. Okay, but while we are modifying this script, we have to make sure that it does not affect the existing or any existing behavior for any existing objects. So if back and forth, okay, so we'll set this as false as default, so that it will not affect any existing, so that it will not affect any existing game objects, because for them it will be false. So we'll set it to true only for this new game object that we want it to be true for. So over here, if back and forth, okay, we'll call it to call itself again. Okay, so we can just copy and paste that. So same thing here, we can just copy and paste that, but we'll change it to this line. Oh, okay, here we can use time. Okay, and here we can use time as well. Okay, and lastly here, delay before move object back. So this line, okay, we can copy and paste it here. Okay, and change this to time, which is this time. which is delay before move back, which in our case is 0.5. Okay, so for this game object, we'll check the checkbox for if, back and forth. Okay, so let's start the game again and test it out. Okay, fingers crossed. So usually when you add something new or when you change some stuff, usually 99% of the time it will not work. Okay, but we will see. Oh, wow. Hey, that was funny. Okay, that was really funny. Okay. So if back and forth. Okay. So this means that okay, we might have to increase the delay. Okay, for this, before we move it back and before we call it to move again. Oh, okay, and there's something else that we need to change here. Yeah, okay, so we do not actually need this line because we only need it to move towards the opposite direction. So we only need this. Okay, this means that we also need to constantly change the direction that we are moving. Hey, what's up? Storming Thunder? Okay, that's a rather powerful name you have there. Okay, so here I'm going to modify this method. Okay, and I'm going to add in a vector 2, which we can use as the force to push. So this, okay, we'll change it to force to push. And this, okay, we'll use -1 times, okay, force to push. Okay, so this is so that every time it calls this method, okay, it will be using the reverse force. Oh. -1. Wait, let me think. Okay, over here. Okay, we're passing the direction to move. Okay, so what I'm going to do is change this to this, and if back and forth, oh, hey, thanks for doing that, and I do hope that you enjoy the live stream. Okay, I'm just adding a small animation right now, okay, to move a game object left and right. Okay, so that should do it. Okay, and we can actually just copy and paste this and put it here. So we can remove this. Yeah. Okay, so if this works, it should not only not affect the existing game objects that are using this script, but our game object here should also move left and right constantly. Oops. Okay, so when the okay, so it's not really that smooth. Okay, while it's moving left and right, it's not really that smooth. Okay, so this means that we might have to change how we push it left and right. Yeah, but okay, this is rather funny. Okay, so for the delay, okay, so what I'm going to do is to add a new boolean. Yeah, so I'm going to add a new boolean which will allow us to specify to use either impulse or to not use impulse, or just a regular force. Okay, so the difference is that if we use impulse, it will push it rather fast. So we do not want that to happen, we just want it to move left and right slowly. So over here, if impulse, oh wait a second, okay, maybe there's a better way of doing this. So we can say oh, by the way, that's just the background music. Okay, but I'm glad that you like the background music. Okay, force mode, oops, 2D, force mode. Okay, so we can just use the force mode directly here. Equals to force mode 2D.impulse. So by default we'll set it as impulse. Okay, but we'll change it for this object. So force mode so now we should have a new drop down box here. So by default it's impulse. Okay, but I'm going to change it to force for this game object. .51. Okay, so let's give this a test run. Okay, for that I will need to pause the background music. Okay, just for a short moment. Hey, what's up, Kasparov1234? How's your day? Okay, now it's moving left and right. Okay, but we want to give it more time for it to move left and right. Okay, so 2, 3. Okay, so we'll increase the time for it to move left and right. So at least now we should be able to see it actually moving. Oh, okay. So there is a little sort of animation bug here that we have to fix. Okay. So you notice that as it's moving left and right, its current position is constantly or eventually leaning towards or changing or shifting towards the right. So it's a bug that we have to fix. Okay, and by the way, if you're wondering why there are 3 start game items, so they are just placeholder images which I will change before releasing the new game patch later today. Okay. Oh. Time, force the push, time. Okay. Okay, so maybe we do not need maybe we do not need this at all. Okay. Okay, because we do actually just need to push it once every 2 seconds, but of course in opposite directions for it to move left and right. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here, okay, if back and forth. So I'm going to modify some parts of the script here, so that instead of pushing it twice for the first time, Okay, so same thing here. So for the first time we will not push, we will not use this portion here to push it once. So delay before move back. Okay, and for delay, okay, here we should use delay before move. So we'll try not to affect the existing game objects. So delay before move. Okay, so now for delay before move back, okay, here we have to change this to 2. Yeah, so now we can change everything to 2. Okay, because we'll be using the same delay. Okay, but now it should work, where it should move slowly from left to right, and it should not eventually shift its position towards the right. Oh shit. Okay, so now we have another bug where it's not pushing the object to the right. -1. Okay, forced to push. Okay, delay before move. Okay, delay before move back, we will actually set it as 0. Okay, so we should not set it as 2. Oh. Okay, so it will not actually be a start game. Okay, it's actually just a placeholder image for versus. Oh, sorry, for coming soon. So it's actually for this. So the start game, okay, one of which will be changed to story, and the other one will be changed to versus. Okay, and since multiplayer requires a lot of things to be added in, so I'll be adding multiplayer to Stellar Stars throughout multiple patches. That's why I'm going to add a coming soon animation that appears to the right of versus. So that's why it'll be floating. Yeah, but start game is just the placeholder image that I'll be changing soon, later today. Okay, so this should do it. Yeah, I do know that it's kind of confusing. So yeah, maybe we should change the placeholder image first. Okay, it's still not applying the opposite force. That's weird. Okay, so I guess this is one of those moments when you have no idea what's going on. Okay. Direction to move. Delay before move back. So -10. Okay, so when we pass in -10 here. Okay, and when it calls it for the next time, it should be 10 and not -10. That's weird. Okay, and it should not stop immediately, but rather it should. Oh, okay. No, okay. I know why this is happening. Okay, and the reason why this is happening. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw what you typed on TwitchTV. Oh no. Okay, if that were the case, the game will not even start because that will be a syntax error. Yeah. So I just realized that, or maybe I should say that I just came to the realization that the reason why it's moving to the left and stopping immediately and moving to the left again. It's because over here, when we push it to the left for the first time, okay, it will definitely move towards the left, but okay, for the second time, okay, when we use the opposite force to push it to the right, okay, we did not stop it before doing that. So when you have two equal amounts of force in opposite direction pushing at each other, it causes the object to stop immediately. So if I have a strength of 10, which allows me to push to the right, and if you have a strength of -10, which allows you to push to the left, when we push at each other, okay, we neutralize each other, and it creates a standstill. So that's why it's stopping and moving to the left and stopping and moving to the left. So what I need to do here is to change this to 0, and same for the angular velocity. Okay, stop it first. Okay, now it should work. Okay, fingers crossed. Yes! Okay, so it's finally working now. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, even though it's just a simple animation. Okay, but yeah, usually when you get something to work, okay, there's a little bit of excitement in there somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we want. Okay, but let's make it move slightly faster. So I'm going to increase the force applied. So let me change to -15. Okay, maybe let's not make it move that much. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, so now the animation seems to be much more fluid or smooth. Hey, welcome to the live stream, Noxite. Is that how you pronounce your name? Okay, so start game, start game, start game. Okay, so to prevent any more further confusion, okay, I will create the images now for the three placeholder images. So we'll be changing this to story and this to versus, and we'll change the floating start game to coming soon. Okay, but of course, currently the multiplayer has not been completed yet, so selecting this will actually do nothing for now. Okay, but let me just create the images real quick. But since I do not have Photoshop on this laptop, I will just use my MacBook on the site to create real quick. Okay, so yeah, you might not be able to see me creating them, but you'll just be I do have the sort of the alphabets here that I can change rather quickly. So just give me a second here to create them real quick. Okay, but if you want, you can ask me any questions regarding game development if you want. In the meanwhile. Oh, okay, so the title. Okay, let me show you the logo here. Wait a minute. Here. Okay. So that is actually Japanese. Yeah. Okay, so this is actually in Japanese, and it actually pronounces as record or no star, which means the star of records. Hey, welcome back, Wolf. Okay, because eventually I'll be adding Japanese language support for the game. Okay, but creating pixel art in Japanese is kind of not that straightforward, so it's still something that's being planned in the roadmap ahead for Stellar Stars. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is actually part katakana and part hiragana. So if you have learned hiragana, so you might be able to recognize the no at the center here. The red corridor is katakana and the star is katakana. But how do you find learning Japanese? Is it fun? Okay, by the way, let me grab my mouse from my bag real quick to use on my MacBook Pro. So if you have, yeah. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, with another mouse. So for this mouse, I'll use it to create the verses and story. Okay, define art. Hey, that's a rather funny way of describing your sensei, which is teacher in Japanese. Main menu. Okay. Oh. Okay, so yeah, that might be true. So there might be a delay until you see them on the TwitchTV chat. Okay, but I'm using another another laptop, which is my MacBook Pro, on the right side to look at the TwitchTV chat, and that is rather instant. So yeah, I will try to reply to the TwitchTV chat as fast as I can, but you might not be able to see it instantly because there might be a slight delay on TwitchTV in terms of the video and audio. Yeah. Oh, sure. I can show you some quick gameplay. Okay, just give me a second here. Okay, so let me pause the background music. Okay, so let's start the latest version, which is 0.101 alpha. Okay, by the way, would you want to look at because when the game starts, okay, there's around 3 minutes intro story animation. So would you want to sit through it, or if you want, I can let you go through it here, or I can skip it and go straight to the gameplay. Okay, so when you start the game, the introduction story animation plays by itself. It's around 3 minutes estimated. Okay, but if you want to skip it, just press escape. Yeah. So it will set up the story and premises for Stellar Stars. So I do hope that you enjoy it. Okay, yeah, David is a rather common name, and in fact my name is also David. So hi there, David. Okay, so when you play the game for the first time and after watching finish the intro story animation, okay, it will change to, you notice that the black bars move up and down to open up the stage, and it will go directly into the hands-on tutorial, which is actually just a really short guide to which will ask you to move or jump. Hey, great minds think alike. So each and every stage are always randomly generated. So this is to create a different experience when you enter a new stage. So it helps to create a game with better replay value. So right now I'm using my basic attack, which you can spam non-stop. So after defeating all of the enemies of a stage, okay, you can proceed to the next stage. Okay, so after defeating enough enemies, you can level up, which will allow you to improve your character. We'll get to that after I defeat the enemies here. Okay, so besides basic attacks, there are also spells in the game which will use your mana. So spells are more powerful and they require mana to use. And after using them, there's a short casting delay. So there's a short red bar above your head that appears when you use them. Hey, what's up, Infinity Reds? So depending on the spell, the effect and the damage will also be different. Okay, so as I was saying, okay, when you level up, you can you'll be presented with 3 choices with how to improve your character. So for example, things like giving you a chance to evade enemy attacks, or increasing your jumping ability, or preventing you from slipping on ice, which is the next world. So instead of the traditional sort of RPG stats, in Stellar Stars you will get to improve things like this. So maybe jumping ability or running speed. So this is what Stellar Stars is focused on. So it creates a more direct and interactive ways for you to improve your characters. Okay, there are also some other choices. So these are just 3 out of many. Okay, there are some others which plays around with gravity as well. So we'll go with this, which which allows you to jump higher. But since the current stage is filled with a lot of platforms that we can reach usually, hey, I'm glad you like what you are looking at right now. Okay, so after a few stages, 3 to 4 stages, you will reach the boss stage, okay, which you will have to defeat in order to get to the next world. So the boss has, in addition to having a lot of health, okay, the boss has the ability to spawn minions, and it also has multiple attacks. So this green looking ghost is actually its minion, which it spawns from its mouth. And yeah, as a tip, try not to get stunned by it when it's jumping up and down. Okay. Whoa. Okay, and try to defeat as many minions as you can, because they will become irritating if... yeah, shit. I'm dead. So that was what I was talking about. And yeah, this is the death animation. So I intentionally created a slow motion death animation to make it more dramatic for you to enjoy your moment of death. Okay, I promise it's not because that I'm sadistic or what, but because it's fun. Yeah, so when you die, you can get to look at your stats, the level you have reached, the number of stars you have collected on the top, and the number of enemies that you have defeated. Yeah, so you can either, from here, you can either press R to quickly restart the current world, not the current world, from the first stage of the first world, okay, right from the beginning. Or you can press M, okay, to go to the character selection menu. Okay, so when you start the game for the first time, okay, you can only play as Beat, who is the first character. So Beat is a rather balanced character with health and mana at the same amount. Okay, but there are 3 other characters which require you to unlock them either by defeating that boss or collecting more stars. So each character has a different characteristic. For example, the second character has a lot of mana, so he's something like a glass cannon, but his health is rather low. Okay, the third character runs really fast, and the fourth character is something like a tanky class with a lot of health. Yeah, and each character has a special skill. So when you combine the unique characteristic of each character with the many different ways of leveling up your character, this gives birth to many different and interesting combinations you can play the game with, okay, depending on which character you choose and how you level them up. Okay, so that's a quick demo of Stellar Stars. Oh, and by the way, Fireball is another spell which is slightly more powerful than Impulse, but it only damages one enemy at once. Oh shit. That was my bad. So this is just the first world. Currently there are 3 worlds that you can challenge. Okay, and of course in each world there's a boss. So to advance to the next world, you will have to defeat the boss. So have fun, have fun challenging the boss. And yeah, this is the demo, a quick demo of Stellar Stars. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so I do hope that you have enjoyed that. Oh, okay, so this is actually my game studio that I started myself. So I did indeed start this from home, but now I'm at a space that you can say that it's provided by the government. So there are also other local game studios here. So I'm from Singapore. So currently I'm in a small room. I'm not sure if you can see it, but okay, let me just move the camera around. Okay, so if I move the camera around, okay, I'm not actually moving the camera, I'm moving the entire laptop. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so I'm actually in a small room designed for maybe 3 to 4 people. So this room is a space allocated for my game studio by sponsored and provided by the government for local game studios. So it's actually part of an initiative to sort of cultivate and develop the local games industry. Yeah, so that's where I'm currently at, but I did indeed start creating Stellar Stars from home from late last year. Yeah, so I just moved to this space around 1.5 weeks ago. Yeah. So you'll be seeing more of me streaming from this location, but sometimes I might stream from home. Yeah, so that's when I'll be streaming using my MacBook Pro. Yeah. So Stellar Stars currently only has 3 worlds that you can play and 4 characters. So right now I'm going to focus on multiplayer first, and we'll plan for Steam Greenlight after that, and after which we'll continue on with the next 5 worlds. So the plan is to have at least 8 worlds that you can play or challenge, and of course the multiplayer mode. Yeah, so we might be starting a Steam Greenlight campaign soon, and also maybe an Indiegogo campaign as well. So when that happens, do help to support and spread the word if you can. But most importantly, do enjoy the live stream and the game as well. Oops. Okay, so on top of that, there is actually 2 game patches released every week. Yeah, so I'm actually releasing 2 game patches every week. So there'll be one coming out today, okay, which will include some gameplay changes and also what we did for the past hour. So look forward to that. Okay, I'll be tweeting about it when the update is live. So if you want, you can follow my Twitter channel, which is also at @whitesponge. Okay, so thanks for joining today's live stream. I will also be streaming tomorrow, but maybe not at the same time, but yeah, I will tweet about it when I go live. So look forward to that as well. Okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed today's live stream, David. Okay, but we'll stop here for today, and we'll continue streaming tomorrow. So have a great day, and see you soon, David. Cheers. Bye.